A gain of 3 yards.
Here we go.
The Patriots, first down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready? Wait to the end.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. To throw is Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Brady, complete to Dorsett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
Now Brady. This is White on the screen. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Hey, 50's the money.
On first down, Michelle, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
That's it, baby. We go, look.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, ball 66.
Now Brady. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go. 29.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Walk 54. Walk 54. They gonna need some therapy after this. Go Bandit.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They run it with Carson. Dante Hightower on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run on first down. Michelle, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Wide, 80.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Dorsett's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wilson. steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jamie Collins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20.
Wait, that 380. Yeah, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Alert!
On 1st down, Michelle, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, White, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriot field goal. A 39-yard.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Kyle Van Noy in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. There doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What? 280. 51. Go 14. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's Let's get off the field. Switch.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman. 67 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next is score, Patriots 17, Seahawks nothing. Gostkowski to kick off for New England.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. 53 Flint now. 57's Mike. Hey, orbit. Hey, watch the line.
From the gun, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Michael Kendricks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun, Brady. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Wide, 80. Mike 54. Mike 54. We ain't giving up nothing today.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. He's got Lacoste as tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Brady. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ben Watson was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. You talk about celebrating with